The prevalence of the corona epidemic in the last 2 years has made the gaming industry more popular than ever. The reason for this can be considered the homelessness of individuals and, more importantly, the fact that students do not go to school. This has led celebrity gamers to work harder than ever to keep their audiences happy. So we can expect 2022 to be an exciting year for the gaming industry. In this regard, in this video, we will try to introduce you to some of the best games of 2022, the newest game of 2022, the most awaited games of 2022. Number 10, Showa American Story. Showa American Story is a brand new RPG and an enthusiastic love letter to the 80s pop culture that features a strong taste of B-movies. Follow Choco's journey of truth and revenge across North America as she grows stronger. Number 9, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is an action role-playing game developed by Polish developer CD Projekt Red, and first published in 2015. It is the sequel to the 2011 game The Witcher 2, Assassins of Kings, and the third and final main game in the Witcher video game series played in an open world with a third-person perspective. The games are based on the Witcher series of fantasy novels written by Andrzej Sapkowski. The game takes place in a fictional fantasy world based on Slavic mythology. Players control Geralt of Rivia, a monster slayer for hire known as a Witcher, and search for his adopted daughter, who is on the run from the otherworldly Wild Hunt. Players battle the game's many dangers with weapons and magic, interact with non-player characters, and complete quests to acquire experience points and gold, which are used to increase Geralt's abilities and purchase equipment. The game's story has 3 possible endings, determined by the player's choices at key points in the narrative. Number 8, Sniper Elite 5. The award-winning series returns as Carl Fairburn fights to uncover Project Kraken in 1944 France. The genre-defining authentic sniping, with enhanced kill cam, has never looked or felt better as you fight across immersive maps to stop the Nazi war machine in its tracks.
What happens next could change the...
Number 7, Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders is a cooperative third-person shooter where you and your squad of raiders unite to resist the onslaught of Arc, a ruthless, mechanized threat descending from space. You play as one of the raiders, a rogue group of resistance fighters. With the help of a patchwork early warning system, you fight to protect our home against enemies dropping from orbit. Arc is faceless and unfeeling, but no one could accuse Arc of being unresponsive. In fact, Arc responds to resistance with ever-increasing destruction. Number 6, New Assassin's Creed 2022. Assassin's Creed is still one of the biggest gaming franchises in the world. It has come a long way over the last decade, though. While we've moved away from the annual releases, excitement is always high about what's next. Assassin's Creed Infinity has been rumored, and will grow the universe much bigger, but here's what we know about Assassin's Creed in 2022 and what we think could change. Number 5. Marvel's Midnight Suns. Marvel's Midnight Suns is an upcoming tactical role-playing game developed by Firaxis Games in collaboration with Marvel Games. It will feature comic book characters from multiple Marvel properties, such as Midnight Suns, Avengers, X-Men, and Runaways. Players will be able to create their own superhero named the Hunter, with choice of over 40 different powers. The game was first announced at the virtual Gamescom 2021 on the 25th of August 2021, with the game currently being scheduled for release in the second half of 2022. It is scheduled to be released on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and Microsoft Windows via Steam and the Epic Games Store. Number 4. Evil West. A dark menace consumes the American frontier. As one of the last agents in a top-secret vampire hunting institute, you are the final line between humanity and a deep-rooted terror that now emerges from the shadows. Rise up to become a Wild West superhero, eradicate the vampire threat and save the United States. In visceral, explosive combat, unleash hell with your firearms, lightning-fueled gauntlet and gadgets. Kill bloodthirsty monstrosities in style as a lone hunter or in co-op with a friend. Explore and fight in a narrative-driven campaign while upgrading your weapons and hunting tools. Unlock new perks to evolve your monster-slaying mastery, crafting your own playstyle to defeat the supernatural hordes. Number 3. LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is an upcoming LEGO-themed action-adventure game developed by Traveller's Tales and published by Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment. It will be the 6th entry in TT Games' LEGO Star Wars series of video games and the successor to LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. The game will adapt all 9 entries in the Skywalker Saga series of films. The game is set to be released in early 2022 for Microsoft Windows, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X. Unlike most LEGO video games in which players had to advance through the story in a linear order, players can choose to start the game from any of the 9 Skywalker Saga episodes and complete them in any order they wish. Each episode will have 5 story missions, making a total of 45 levels, contrasting from 6 levels per episode in previous games. Combat has been revamped from previous titles, such as lightsaber wielders now using a variety of combos with light attacks, heavy attacks, and force moves, and blaster characters having an over-the-shoulder camera angle featured in many third-person shooter games. The game features 300 playable characters.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
So be it, Jedi.
Number 2. Horizon Forbidden West. Horizon Forbidden West is an upcoming action role-playing game developed by Guerrilla Games and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. It is set to be released on the 18th of February 2022 for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. A sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn 2017, it features an open world in a post-apocalyptic western United States.
But whatever comes, I will be ready.
Number 1. God of War Ragnarok. God of War Ragnarok is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Santa Monica Studio and will be published by Sony Interactive Entertainment, SI. It is scheduled to be released in 2022 for the PlayStation 4 PS4, and PlayStation 5 PS5. It will be the 9th installment in the God of War series, the 9th chronologically, and the sequel to 2018's God of War. Loosely based on Norse mythology, the game will be set in ancient Scandinavia and feature series protagonists Kratos and his teenage son Atreus. Serving as the finale to the Norse era of the series, the game will cover Ragnarok, a series of events that bring about the end of days and depicts the deaths of the Norse gods, which was foretold to happen in the previous game after Kratos killed the Ser god Baldur. In the months following the game's announcement in September 2020, many gaming journalists and websites regarded the sequel as one of their most anticipated games. The game won awards for Most Wanted Game and Most Anticipated Game from the 2020 Golden Joystick Awards and PlayStation Blog Awards, respectively. Originally slated for a 2021 release, the game was delayed in part due to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on development, and also because of Kratos actor Christopher Judge's health problems in August 2019.
The only way to do that is war.
War is not the only way.
Stop thinking like a father for a moment and start thinking like a general.
No! You seem like a calm and reasonable person. Are you a calm and reasonable person? In moments of crisis, panic does nothing. Harness it. Let it serve you.
Here!
Are you coming with us?
You'll get your answer soon enough. Well, some of them.